NinjaOne versus ConnectWise. Which RM is actually better? In this video, I will share my honest experience. When I was evaluating remote monitoring and management tools for our team, NinjaOne and ConnectWise kept popping up in every conversation, forum thread, and software roundup. Both are big names in the IT management space, and at first glance they look pretty similar. Modern interfaces, decent automation, and strong patching tools. But after actually using both platforms, I realized they serve two very different experiences, and choosing the right one depends heavily on what you need out of an RMM. Starting with the user interface, I have to say NinjaOne felt a lot more modern and intuitive. Getting started was smoother, the dashboard was clean, and I didn't need to dig through menus or documentation to figure out how to monitor endpoints or schedule patching. With ConnectWise, on the other hand, I found myself hitting friction early on. The setup took longer, and once I got into the dashboard, it just felt cluttered and older even after the updates. Some of the newer UI elements were less intuitive than older ones, which honestly felt like a step backward. Performance-wise, NinjaOne gave me fewer headaches. It's pretty reliable, and I didn't run into major slowdowns. ConnectWise, while powerful, sometimes felt sluggish, especially when handling a lot of endpoints. I remember having to refresh pages or relaunch the dashboard because things just stopped responding occasionally. It's manageable, but definitely frustrating when you're already juggling tickets and scripts. One area where ConnectWise pulls ahead is in its breadth of business tools. It's clearly built with MSPs in mind. Their PSA integration, quoting tools, and service documentation features are a serious advantage if you're managing multiple clients. But as someone running an internal IT department, a lot of those features felt like overkill. I just didn't need that level of front office automation. NinjaOne, on the other hand, is better balanced. It works well for MSPs, sure, but also feels more aligned with internal IT teams like ours. AI and automation are another place where I saw the gap. Neither ConnectWise nor NinjaOne have really embraced AI in a meaningful way yet, which honestly surprised me. I've used Atera in the past, and having natural language AI assistants, like being able to say optimize this PC or ask it to generate scripts, was a game changer. With NinjaOne and ConnectWise, I felt like I was doing a lot of the manual heavy lifting myself. When it comes to pricing, both NinjaOne and ConnectWise hide their numbers behind sales calls, which I find annoying. I get it, they want to customize quotes, but when I'm doing research, I just want a ballpark figure. From what I gathered, both charge per endpoint, which starts around $4, $5 per device, and can scale up fast. NinjaOne seemed a bit more predictable in pricing, but you still have to pay extra for things like ticketing. With ConnectWise, it really depends on the rep you get. I was quoted over $44 per server at one point, which just felt way too high. I also hated how vague the pricing breakdowns were. There were hidden costs that only became clear deep into the sales process. As far as support goes, neither platform blew me away. NinjaOne had some solid documentation and resources, but if I needed to talk to a human, it sometimes took longer than expected. ConnectWise was worse. I literally sat in a support queue for 15 minutes, only to be dropped. I don't know if they were short-staffed or what, but it felt like support was an afterthought, not a priority. That's something I can't overlook when managing critical IT infrastructure. Security-wise, both platforms check the compliance boxes, but ConnectWise makes a bigger deal out of it. They offer an MDR monitor, detect, respond solution specifically for MSPs, which is great if you're servicing external clients. NinjaOne focuses more on patching, backups, and visibility, things that are vital for internal teams. I never felt exposed with either platform, but I also didn't see any standout security innovation. At the end of the day, here's what it comes down to. If you're an MSP managing a lot of clients, and you need deep business tools, like proposals, documentation, and PSA, ConnectWise is likely going to be your better fit, assuming you're okay with the steeper learning curve and less responsive support. But if you want a modern, easy-to-use RMM that covers the essentials with less setup and cleaner design, NinjaOne just felt better in daily use. I've had far fewer headaches with it.